Welcome, my friends. Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. There a nice amount of subs trickling in from some of my slightly older videos now, the ones that are doing a bit better. You know, what I do here is I make a video every day. Some of them are following this losing 80 pounds series. Some of them are different. They're more so, probably closer towards funny or analytical. Sometimes I get a wee bit philosophical about things depending on my mood. I am a writer. My name is Brendan, and I make a video every day. Did I say that? I don't know. I don't know where I am. I don't know what's every. I started my morning by rewatching George of the Jungle with Brendan Fraser. If you're under 70 years old, you know what I'm referring to. And my wife quickly woke up after and she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm rewatching Brendan Fraser's George of the Jungle." And she asked me to leave the house. She said, "You need to do something." And I was like, "This movie is a classic. Get your who got your dumplings in a bunch." Don't tell her I said that. Don't tell her I said that. We're gonna hope she doesn't watch this one. Let's move on today. Let's move on. We have a decent day today. We got a lift day ahead of us. It's a better lift day than the ones we had last week. Not a lot to say about them until we get into them. I feel all right. I feel like I'm getting a little stronger. I feel like I'm getting a little weaker. I am losing weight. It's a weigh-in day. I probably should have led with that. Jesus Christ, I'm not learning anything making these videos. It's a weigh-in day. So we're going to go over my weigh-in and how that went. We'll get right into it. And other than that, that's it. I was thinking about going through a few other things, but I think I'm going to hold off on some of my sillier extracurricular activities today. I really want to get into the way and get into the lift, and let's do that. Let's start right away, shall we? You know, it's God only knows what's happening next. What we're doing here. I don't know. I certainly don't know. All right. So, as per usual, as my viewers know, we blur the toes. The goal here is to become a content creator where I get paid to do it, where inevitably my audience is giving me enough money where I don't have to do many other things. So for that reason alone, we got to blur the feet. We don't want this to be, we're not about to be giving away the toes for free. I feel like I didn't do a good enough job really blurring the big toe here. I don't know if this is the money for feet people. I don't know where the money comes in. I'm gonna stop talking about this now. According to this, I lost about a kilo and a half between now and last week. I think we've gone over this a bit, where my weight is clearly, I'm like, I'm teetering on a kilo up and down every week, which is like, I don't know, it's like 2 pounds, pound and a half or something like that. I don't know. I'm not about to learn fucking fake math. All right. The real math is pounds, but my wife's Chinese, so the scale looks like this. Okay. What do you want from me? So we're good. We're going up. We're going down. This is clearly a bit lower. We're getting a bit lower. God willing, we start to accelerate a little bit. I really want to drop below the 200 mark. I'm not there yet. I think 94 kilos is like something like 209 pounds. I'll look it up. Yeah, this is something like 208 pounds or something like that. So we got a little ways to go, but not crazy, nothing crazy. I feel good about it. I felt, but also, by the way, the reason the scale is always in this weird position is because I don't want to move it. I want it to be consistent throughout every week. So it's like jammed up against my, what would you call this? Not an armoire. Who fucking cares, dude? Who cares what word you use to call the Blu-ray holder? Jesus Christ, God in heaven. Let's get right into the lift, shall we? Got the chaff here. Let's relax. Okay. 310, 135. I tried to pace myself quite a bit here. Let me move me out of the way. I tried to pace myself here. I tried to, man, where do I go? I tried to pace myself. I tried to take it extra slow. Trying to get back into the rhythm. Last week was such a weird week for my lifts, and I'm really trying to recover from that. Really trying to feel like I'm back on the ball. I do sense I may have to start playing with what my routine is in its entirety, especially because I'm at a point now where I'm pretty happy with like how heavy everything is for me, and I want to lose a ton of weight. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to get too excited for my lifts, which sucks because I want to be excited for them. But also it's like, man, I don't give a shit. So it's tough. But this is way more fun for me. So we may be hitting that place where I have to go. I don't really want to be thinking about how hard my heavy squats are. I want to be thinking about losing weight. I don't want to care about it. I don't want to think, oh, am I not eating enough? So we're right at that place now where I'm starting to have funky thoughts and unfocused thoughts, and that's not good for a gym environment, right? It's not good for lifting. So these are okay. Again, I was trying to take my time. These are my volume squats. I'm trying to feel it out. Um, I'm trying to make sure I feel consistent. I do still think I need quite a bit of work on these. I don't intend on going up weight on these volume squats. I would like to just do these until I feel like I do 30 like gorgeous squats. Like this is just me kind of going through the motion, feeling out the lift itself. These feel really nice. They feel great on my back. Like they feel good. You know, it's almost like flossing my spine. Like whenever I'm done with these kinds of squats, by the way, I feel dead. Right, doing 30 reps of these was exhausting. Like I felt physically dead after these, but I feel like it's a great chance for me to play around with the form, to feel comfortable or uncomfortable, and not potentially, uh, shatter all the discs in my spine. So I feel pretty happy about these. Um, Look at that boy. Look at that boy now. Oh, look at that boy now. Yeah, I left all this in. I was like, you know what? Let the people see. Let the people see what it's like. What do you think other people think about me at the gym? You know, I'm very vain. What do they think? They're like, he's so cool. He's wearing such a tight shirt that so clearly doesn't really fit him. That's so sick. All right, here we go. Look at that stomach, dude. Just chop it right off with a samurai sword. Is this a little too... No, it's okay. You can still see where my hips are. You can still see the break in the hips. I think I'm still struggling. I think I still like... not struggling. I mean, let's not be dramatic, man. I'm squatting. It's not a big fucking... It's not a big deal, right? But I am having a bit of like... there's such an inconsistency in my form sometimes I'm noticing, and it's clearly mental. I'm not focusing enough. I'm not focusing enough about what... I'm randomly choosing what cue to pay attention to, like, depending on what rep I'm on. It's not good, right? So... And this is just something I'm running into. You know, we're almost 60 days into doing these videos, and obviously it's probably apparent to you as a viewer that I'm not um an extremely stable individual for very long periods of time. So I have to really catch myself and then kind of recover myself. Sometimes I'm trying to just muscle through the day, and all I can do is speak really fast and try to throw in a jab here and there. But realistically, I'm kind of like just done, just washed, for no good reason, by the way. For like, I should have all the energy in the world. I should be way more upbeat. I should be happier. But I'm just not. So that's just something that that I obviously have come to terms with in my own time by being a human being and an adult. But, it's beginning to reflect on the videos a little bit, which is one of the more interesting things I think about doing a video every single day, is that I can only meet the task ahead, at the level that I am at. I can't force anything in these videos, and I refuse to try. I hope that they're good, and I know sometimes they won't be. And it's the same with lifts. It's the same with everything else. And at this point where we are now, I'm kind of having days that are more struggles than they should be. But I'm conscious of it, and we're doing okay, you know. Um, How long do you think I wandered around thinking? And what do you think I'm thinking about right now? I mean, look at that, man. Look at that boy. I'm just like, all right, come on, just do it, and you're almost done. I was sweating, which is pretty rare for me. This was like making me legit sweat. God, look at the shape of my body. It's unbelievable, dude. But those calves ain't that bad. The calves ain't that bad, all right? Come on now. Come on now, boy. So stupid. Come on now, boy. Um, Man, I was really struggling, huh? What is this, like a 3-minute rest? Jesus. I'm asking myself if it's worth it. There we go. Get it on your back. Get it on your back, you big bitch. Here we go. Yeah, that's another thing. I kept feeling like my feet were too narrow, too wide. Back when I was younger, and I first started lifting weights when I lost a ton of weight, when I was like, 160 pounds or whatever, I would squat with like a stance that was so narrow, it was like almost narrower than my hips, which is pretty nuts, right? But I used to just squat that way. But then I started to get really bad hip impingements, I think is how you would classify that. My hip was impinging. Anyway. So now I feel like but now the wideness feels a little weird to me too. Anyway, my cues are all over the place in these, but I tried to take it as easy as I could. I really enjoy doing this. Feels like a great workout, in general, like just the sheer like cardio of it as well. Drinking a nice coffee, guys. Do you like that? I should probably pay attention to what I'm doing while I record myself, huh? Well, we're here. Oh, God, I included myself unracking the weight. Great work, Bren. Everyone loves that. All right, here we go. We're in the bench. 165 sets of 3. These were solid. I was going to go higher, but I wasn't feeling it. I really wanted to get... I really want to focus on form. I really feel like I'm forcing a lot that I don't want to be forcing. And I would much prefer to just not go up for a little while. I want to feel like I'm stable. That is what I care about right now. This is still, again, I'm benching. All these lifts are so much higher than I usually get my lifts to while I'm this size. So it's really hard for me not to feel pretty good about where I'm at with my lifts. Especially, there's still so much work to do weight loss wise. I mean, there's so much work to do. And I feel a little bit I'm in a place where these things are kind of conflicting with one another in a way, I like that I put the numbers directly over my body. That's good. That's really helpful to the viewer. Tried to focus on these a bit. Tried to get the bar path a bit more normal. I always struggle with the first few sets of my bench. They're always a little wonky. I'm trying to aim to like go more in a slightly diagonal towards my eyes way. Was that 3? I don't even know how to count. Look at me pop out of there. Here I come. Dom, dom, dom. It's my feet. Yes, I'm bullying myself. I'm bullying myself when I'm at the gym. Ooh, this is a fun angle. This is a very fun angle. Oh, yeah. It's like, my gym is so goddamn weird, man. I don't know how I feel about my gym. I wish there was a different gym to go to, but it is what it is. Ooh, let me pop in there. Adjust the headphones. Come on now, grab the bar. Just gotta believe in yourself now, boy. I almost chopped my own head off with the last set. I should have led with that. The last set, I do almost kill myself. And it makes me laugh so hard. Every time I do this, it looks like I do 2 reps. Here I come. Dear Lord. Yeah, the last set of this bench, of these, this bench press. What? I'm getting nauseous. Oh, we're all in the ride together. We're all together on this one. Oh, God, what is that? This is insane. This is insane content. So, this, I think, is the set. No, it's not, because there's 5 sets. There's no shot. Yeah, tuck your pants in, Bren. Make sure to focus on that and get it on camera and show everybody. That's good. Let's keep that going. I'm sitting there just thinking, I'm good. I'm physically good. I'm mentally good. I'm emotionally good. Everyone else is bad. And I'm the one that's right and everyone else is wrong. What is he thinking about? Look at him. Oh, I'm looking at the camera. I feel spotted. Bren, just go for it. Quit your belly aching and go for it. How long do I sit there? Dear God. All right, here we go. This is another good set, I think. This is one of the better sets. Tuck my shirt in. Don't want people to see my pouch. You know how it is. You know how it be. Come on now. Living in a city, guys. Living in a city. Okay. Those are okay, right? Oh boy. And he flies out of the pocket. I feel like those are all right. I feel like those are solid. Oh, this is a bad one. Oh man, I really killed it on this. Hey, could you point the camera a little bit more to the right? We really wanted to get a full view of the brick wall. You fat idiot. I gotta stop cursing too. I keep cursing so much, and then every time I watch like a how to get viewers video on YouTube, it's like, be sure not to curse. And I'm like, oh, well, I've been saying a lot of stuff. I've been saying a lot of big words, if you know what I'm saying. And I cut a lot of big words out. All right. Is this the last set? Is this the set where you could see me almost kill myself and then I start laughing? You could really tell the kind of mental state I'm in. when like the set that I literally almost dropped directly onto my own jaw, I burst out laughing. Come on, bro. No, that was clean. That wasn't a struggle at all. Couldn't be this one. What am I looking at, I wonder? Jesus Christ, look at those thighs. He's a big man. He's a big man. He's in charge. He's a big man in charge. What am I standing there for? God damn it, Brendan. Move along now. Oh, I really just wander around for a while, huh? Alright, bench time. This is the set that I almost killed myself with. This is the one. And I like pulled my hamstring. I mean, the pain went away after like 40 seconds, but for like 40 seconds, it felt like I ripped a hamstring out of my left leg. I don't know what I did to make it so hard. I don't know. I'm just not focused enough amongst a great many other things, to be perfectly honest. Come on now, boy. There you go. I'm struggling. Look at the shaking. Oh, the tenseness. Let's run that back. Let's run that back a little bit. Here we go. And right there, he almost dies. Gets it up. I'm laughing. You can see the big smile on my face. Yeah. It's the happiest part of my day was almost dropping that weight on my head. I'm kidding. I'm fine. Oh, these I forgot actually. These were actually really good, and I'm kind of bummed. So my phone ran out of memory. I didn't realize how full my storage was. I ignore every single alert I get on every single thing ever, just so you know the kind of way I handle things. If my phone gives me an alert, I completely ignore it. I refuse to acknowledge it. And I really like I worked through these and I to like do them as best I can. So it's kind of a bummer actually. I think the first two sets are in here, but they all kind of look like this. I worked really hard to maintain. Oh, wow, is that it? Oh, no. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. I really did work through these. I worked through these pretty hard. I put the work in on these pull-ups. I swear. My memory died. That's a bummer. And I did the bike too, but by then I knew the memory was bad. I did 5 sets of 3 assisted pull-ups. I did them well. I did them well for me. Like I really focused. I really battled through them. I took my time. That's today's lift. That's today's lift. And I'm gonna tune it down here. I'm gonna tune it down. We're gonna have a real talk. Me and you guys. I know a few of you are still listening. It could be 5 of you. It could be 2 of you. It could be 100 of you. I don't know. It could be 500 of you. I don't know how to operate my own chair. You know, I don't know what it's like. We're going to go to the chill zone right about here. Right about here. Oh, it's been a weird couple weeks, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a weird couple weeks. I've been off my game. And I apologize if the content has been, unideal. It's funny. It's interesting. I've never had much of an idea as to what I wanted these things to be like, these videos, and I never had much of an idea what I expected from myself. But I get some views now, and it makes me not self-conscious, but far more frustrated with myself in the sense that the sheer volume makes it difficult to provide quality at that same rate. And I've recognized that that's also my own thing. But even just the awareness of that has sort of altered my ability to communicate or ad lib in what would ordinarily be a much more satisfying way. And I think that really what I'm just saying is that I'm going through some growing pains, a little bit of growing pains when it comes to these videos. I want to alter the format, I want to improve things, but also I need to be careful not to mess with things too much, and also be conscious of what it is I do that does and doesn't work. And then find a way to do all those things whilst putting out a video every single day. And of course, I don't have to do a video every day. That's not totally lost on me. I recognize that if tomorrow there's no video, but the day after there is a video, I recognize that basically nobody is going to care. You may point it out, right? But nobody's gonna go, oh, he's done. Like I understand that, but it is something I intend to do until it is a literal impossibility. if not only for the gauntlet-like challenge of doing it this way. Um, it's funny to make content like this and also kind of eschew all traditional advice for YouTubes. I don't edit things in order to have zero fluff. I don't create a, per minute per second cutting system in order to raise engagement. I don't chase singular trends. I do intentionally vary my content so that it's difficult to know what exactly it is I do. And all of those things I do because I don't want to do anything that I don't like. I refuse. I absolutely refuse. Every time I watch a YouTube video that is titled, how to get followers, how to get viewers, how you get your first few thousand subscribers, their accounts that they use as evidence for the methods in which they use to acquire those degrees of accomplishment, the accounts they use for reference are accounts selling the idea of getting views or followers. Everyone is always selling the idea of succeeding in some way on YouTube when they're small content creators. It seems to be the primary path. Um, I think that's I mean, I think it's a disgusting waste of someone's life, but that's also just I'm a bit of an aggressive guy when it comes to things like this. But it's certainly not something I have any interest in doing. I have a fulfilling creative life. I write literature, and it's harder than this could ever be in a million years. It's harder than anything any YouTuber could ever do ever. That fulfills me in that regard. I have no interest in like hyper monetizing something or forcing myself to do something I don't want to do, even if it's me shooting myself in the foot. But that being said, at the same time, I don't want to do things that are bad just because it's easier for me. And that's the line I have to skate, right? I don't want to do things that are simply doing them to do them because it's a part of the routine. Of course, sometimes it's just going to be the case, but I've been struggling lately to find the right stylistic cadence and flow that usually comes quite naturally to me. And I think there are a lot of reasons for that, but all of this really is to say that I want to do a good job, but I only want to do it my way. And sometimes I end up in a real battle with myself in terms of how that is and what that way is. Um, Sometimes I get on here and I want to talk about what I'm reading or what I'm writing, but then I think, well, you got to stop throwing so many curveballs. At a certain point, you have to give people a break. You can't like nail people with something different every day. But then I think, well, so what? Like, it's not like it's not like I'm going out of my way to get success here anyway. And then by the end of it, I'm like, why are you even thinking about this? Just do what you want. Just say what you want. But then by then I've overthought things so far that I start to like stutter. Or I make a video where I realize I'm speaking so fast, and I'm speaking fast because I'm trying to generate energy I don't have. Um, and that's a bummer. But again, I mean, if I'm only doing this now at the end of the video because I'm assuming if anyone is still listening, like they're just gonna chill. They're chilling with me and they know what the deal is. And that's kind of in my head. That's part of my goal. My thought is, well, if I really want to turn this into something legitimate and I want to be a legitimate YouTuber, I would rather grow really slowly and have the people that stick around really stick around and filter everybody else out. I would rather get 4 subscribers in a week that really like me and really want to be here than get 400 subscribers that only want the exact hyper stylized specific niche content they want or nothing else. It's like I'd rather filter 394 6 people or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, and maybe that's foolish. Maybe it just won't work. But I'm gonna keep doing it this way. But my guarantee is that it will improve. I will find a way to improve these things because it's in my nature. I get very, very, very my internal monologue and the way I speak about myself on camera is obviously in a large way I'm just trying to make myself laugh or I'm funny. I'm a pretty if you want it the honest truth, I'm a pretty brutal person in real life. I do not speak well of a lot of things. I'm a hopeful and a joyous person, but I'm also pretty vicious. Um, I think I'm more vicious, of course, above all to myself, but I'm trying to find a way to do this better so I don't completely annihilate myself psychologically every time I post a video. Now I'm rambling now, but I'm allowed to. It's my channel. That's the other thing. A lot of these videos, they tell you to do this and do that and do this, and it's like in my head, I'm like, well, where does the individual come in? You know what I mean? Where's the person in that? If I refine things to that degree to make sure people stick around, where do I come out? And maybe I'm putting the cart before the horse or something, but yeah, I don't give a shit. I yeah, I just won't do it. I'll end up not doing it if I do it that way. I'll just stop. It doesn't seem interesting. But if you're still watching, if you're still chilling, everything will improve. I am learning, and it's tricky and it may take time, but I am getting there. I have faith in the entire process, and I really appreciate every one of you. Um, Streams coming. We're going to do some gaming in the streams, some talking in the streams. They've been very fun when we did do them. Sometimes a couple people in there, sometimes 10, sometimes 0. You know how it is. Um, but thank you very much for sticking around, and especially the people that have become sort of like my like main viewing crew. And there's like let's say there's like 5 to 10 of you that I pretty much I'm certain you guys will kind of always comment and you guys will always like it or whatever. Thank you so much. It means the world. It's a lot easier. You know, it's hard not to feel very stupid when you spend a good deal of time doing something like this and for no direct reason, right? Um, so I appreciate it for a lot of reasons, and you guys are the best. You're the OGs, and thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow. Who knows what I'm gonna do? I certainly don't know, which sucks. I wish I did know. But thank you very much. I hope you have an excellent week. All will be well.